Good types though. That's a very good question you're asking. I'm not necessarily able to answer that easily. There are really some good ones that I've watched in my time that I fondly remember. Then there are basically I have favorites in different genres. Like for example, if I want to have something, I want something more relaxed. For example, stuff like Eurocamp, which is kind of neat, nice and relaxing. Have great music, but different animes have different aspects. Yeah, that's not how that really works. Honestly, there are more than one that I would say is good enough to rewatch at least once or twice. And then there's classics. I mean, I did kind of enjoy, what was it? One I have rewatched more than once probably would be Strike Witches. You know, the witches without the pants. That's just an amazing concept and amused me greatly. Strike Witches. And it has actually gotten another season after 10 years or so of not having anything apart from a spin off that I didn't enjoy that much. Bam. Shot that. On the spot. What else is there? I mean, there was a relatively cool isekai just recently. And then there's other stuff. Like, looks hardcore. They're talking about the Insect Island. Because that shit is pretty damn hardcore. Or Strike Witches, which is also pretty damn hardcore, just in a very different way. It's a classic at this point. Oh yeah, stuff like Girls with Bands and stuff. That's also pretty neat. Too much, honestly. I've probably watched too much, honestly, at this point. They were probably reading. I would assume so. Yes, the Strike Witches are great, don't you know? It's one of the few series that at some point that I actually don't download and have sitting around on my hard drive, just in case, the internet fails me. Because it kinda does sometimes, and I need something to watch. I have pretty good go-to. But my most favorite go-to would always be Lucky Strike, because Lucky Strike is just... Come on. Oh, come on. I can't even. Actually, where is that? Just out of curiosity. I'm pretty sure I have that one downloaded too at some point. Oh, let me quickly take a look. Where would I put that? I'm pretty sure my folder naming sense will fuck me up again. Probably. Put me under movies. It's not a movie. I would have put that there. Well, it's a classic. Fair point. Also, it was Lucky Star, wasn't it? I love it. Yeah, of course I'm thinking of Lucky Strike, because I sold those fucking cigarettes so fucking often. I have actually school days on my fucking hard drive. That's telling a lot more than I'm actually willing to tell. God damn it. It has Strike Witches. All 3 fucking seasons. You should. It's funny. It's enjoyable. Yes. Then again, as with everything like that, it's highly dependent on your preferences. Ooh, right, I have the Higurashi movie here. Actually, I have all of the Higurashi here, don't I? Yes, I have. And... oh yeah, the Saga of Tanya the Evil. That one too. It is fucking wholesome. Yeah, many of these more wholesome ones are probably not gonna fly with you. Like Eurocamp, for example, there's not really any male to identify with at any point available. But you can just watch it from an outsider's point and go like, this is nice and relaxing. Also, the music is fucking great. The older I got, the more I found music to be, it's important to me. Indeed. That makes it fucking easy if you have some... that's also why I like this whole revenge stick very much, because it's such a relatable response. Humans are capable of cruelty to a fucking high degree, and if somebody fucks with you to a very high degree and does horrible things to you, you're not just gonna be the bigger man and go away from that. No, 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 no. You will take that branding iron and fucking burn them. And you will fucking enjoy the fucking hell out of it. Because that feels fucking justifiable. So Manga Yo. That's also a good one. Very good one. I kinda would like to rewatch it at some point too. You do that, little Kronos. That really depends on what sort of game I'm playing, honestly. Also on what I feel like doing RP-wise, because I usually, when I have a choice of characters, I kinda like to think about what sort of story I wanna play, basically, and sometimes a female character is just more fitting if I wanna play something that is fundamentally different from what I would usually play, in order to basically make a, not just mental, but also a visual cut between my characters. Playing somebody of the other than gender then helps a lot with that. Because, you know, I have basically my one standard archetype that I like to play as if the game allows me to. So if I want to diverge from that, I go for a very, very different impression. Jesus, I'm out of nowhere. I kinda like to, well, at least for my main characters, I do like them to be, generally speaking, good characters. Not the very blatant goody two-shoes that you sometimes find presented to you, but more somebody who thinks of the good in the long term. But since I also do like to play a classical mercenary type who basically is just in it for the money, I do like to play them as women. Not that I would assume that most women are like that, but more like because I do like the visual cut there. Makes me remember what character I'm supposed to be and follow along and make the right decisions for that character. Maybe just a me thing, but kinda like what I really don't care who they end up banging with. That's kinda make me cringe a bit if I have to flirt with a man sometimes though. But hey, my little ladies also had their fun time. That could be an interesting archetype, depending a bit on how you play it. I mean, drunk with power can just mean somebody who has all the strength in the world and randomly starts beating up kids at full power because he can. But that's just boring and cruelty for no good reason. Make it smart. Be smart about it. And it can be a lot more interesting. Yeah, kinda. I'm still watching it when it comes out, but it's not something I look forward to. Also, you know, I think at this point they've kinda overdone or they've went so far in the idea of being intellectual evil, basically, that they turned it around and it became pretty damn stupid. Such a pain. You have a good concept, then they were due to the point when they even don't manage it any longer. That is what I have in my head, but there was one isekai I actually somewhat enjoyed because it actually also, well, had good music and stuff. What was that called? Oh yeah, Hansuki no Gekoujo. That was nice, but probably not for you. Yeah, they had a good start. Ooh, yeah, there was also another anime that actually is somewhat sticking out, Summertime Render. That stuck out to me at first. Now where is that one isekai that was okay-ish? Okay, and there's always, I mean, I do love it. Yeah, every single fucking time I see another Fate thing come out, I'm like, if I want Fate, I play the fucking visual novel. Apart from me now. Prismilia, because, well, Prismilia was awesome. Yeah, that's mostly when I start mumbling to myself. The last one I said, well, technically speaking I mentioned last Prismilia, but before that I was like, Honzuki no Gekoukujo Chishu ni Taru Tame ni wa Shundan who like me Jesus Christ, that's not my language. A Sentence of a Bookworm. English title's better. Was a pretty cute one. Also actually kinda emotional actually. Kinda neat. I enjoyed that. And then there was Summertime Render, which is I liked it because it actually stuck out as something different for once. You know, not just the same, but you actually have something set up with... It starts off with you have a murder mystery, you have time travel, you have all the cool elements. It's like, so much potential. Although I haven't finished it yet, so I'm not gonna... Yeah. If you want something very, very nice and interesting, who at some point really broke any conduct they should have in the anime, look for the Fates Khalid liner, the Prismilia ones. It's a very different interpretation of Fate. And I liked it very much. And then there comes that one scene where you're like, whoa, what the fuck? This is taking it up to 11? And then they went past 12 all the way to 1, and it's like, okay. Well, the Fate stayed. I still have the original visual novel somewhere on my PC. Quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable indeed. Oh yeah. Mushoku Tensei. The jobless guy who gets reincarnated. That one was actually surprisingly well out in complete. Most people have. I mean, you can't really avoid it. Fate is just too big to avoid. The original series, the visual novel, I should say, honestly was pretty damn great. The anime doesn't do it nearly as much justice, but it's still pretty okay. And recently we've actually got a movie for the Heaven's Feel route, basically the third route in the game you can get. And it's actually interesting. They did it precisely like how it is in the visual novel. They didn't cut out too much, honestly, but it still feels lacking. The whole description of scenes really lacks in anime form sometimes. Yeah, Fate series is good. But you know, just sort of fun, just to compare your knowledge of Fate and then just Google for Fate Khalid liner and you'll see a certain discrepancy. I'll be kinda amused with it, probably. Pretty good time. Fate series. Actually, I can probably, if I can get this... Oh, this is gonna be challenging now. This is fucking going to be challenging. Normally say I'm not in for a good challenge sometimes. Can I get this to work? Where the fuck would I even have that? Oh yeah, probably in the other folder, wouldn't I? Yeah. Fate, a night, there it is. We're gonna do something very, very interesting and see if it works. This is gonna be challenging as fuck though. Because this is a very, very old visual novel and it's really not meant to be... I would actually say go for it. Give it a few episodes. It is actually surprisingly good, I found. At first I wasn't too much into it because, you know, I've seen so much reincarnation isekais that's like, it's enough. Also, why are you so loud? Yeah, it actually has a good plot, honestly. Now we're gonna change the window. Let's see if this works. No promises yet. I have a distinct feeling that it's not just gonna work. It will work. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's nice. The original one. Also, it's loud as fuck, but you know, this game is so old it actually is okay to be loud. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be smart about it, we're gonna be tricky about it. this. Then we go to extra. Movies. Then you can see the original intro to the original Fate visual novel. What the oldest? Oh hell. Oh, good times. That makes sense. Surprisingly easily, actually. Considering its age. Kinda impressive. Then we're working out from when that is. Early 2000s. I didn't know. Because this is not new stuff. This is really old. Golden but golden. And you know why this one is so fucking golden? Because if you go in here, you go like statues. If you go in here, you see everything has classes and ranks, because this is still very much going for the idea of basically see it in a game way, which is why everything has ranks and stuff. They really worked well on that, honestly. Rank 3, anti-personal noble phantasm, range 1 to 2. Because you know, you have to have a range in any decent RPG system, and maximum targets. A++, anti-castle noble phantasm, range 1 to 99, maximum target, 1000 people. I mean, yeah. Here is King Arthur. Prodigy. Shaper. Then we have Juju Lane from the Irish ones. Then we have a very special hero. Then we have our little Medusa. And that's the Who Are You again? Also somebody from the Greek one. And we have Assassin. I don't get Assassin. No, they don't get Assassin because of that. But because it's the wrong Assassin. That's the right Assassin. Hassan Sabah. And Hercules, who has become mad again. Technically speaking, it's very accurate to his legend. It's like, okay, I'm in state again. It's like, oh, I feel home and old again. Good times. Grand series on stream. I would watch that. It is a good strategy game. That's what I mean. I watched it just for that part. Kinda sad, isn't it? So limited. And Darksaber. Darksaber that's corrupted, and then everything is evil. I am not going to click on the, because since I have this completed, I have the gallery. And of course the gallery will also include the not paperwork pictures. Such a pain. Ending list. I bought a package stamps. I played a lot of this game. Hey, it's true end, only this one. I never played with. Good end, true end. Then sweet, the normal end, which is okay, but not that good, and then they have the true end. Which is basically where the movie is set. Also the playtime. Did I say my playtime? Yes it is. 5 days, 19 hours, 30 minutes. That's a lot of playtime I've accumulated. Okay. Good times. What else do I have in here? Far too much, don't I? Yeah, far too much. Indeed. Ryan's games are special like that. They're like, meh. I'm sure they're gonna figure that out. And, well, especially if somebody who really likes to actually takes their time doing things methodically, yes, you learn that quickly. Okay. Now let's just get to the point where we actually, basically where my save game is, so I can actually change it over. Stop throwing books at people! Indeed, you're not supposed to immediately win. He's a very special character, to put it mildly. We'll have to make a save game. Actually, can I see somewhere where I am in the story at this point? That would help a bit. Because I'm pretty sure we're up where I was. Indeed. That's a very special character. I did enjoy him. To be fair, no question there. Doesn't seem like I can just easily peasily get that out. I think we're relatively short to where we were in my save game. I'm pretty sure I had gone through all of that.